My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to the solo adventures here in Hearthstone. We're going to be continuing with the Dalaran Heist. Think it's probably a better idea now to go for the heroic normal.
Heroic mode increases the difficulty of all the bosses, as well as our ability to gloat when triumphant.
Oh, I'll definitely be taking advantage of the latter. But we'll do the Dalaran Bank. And I think from this point on, it's probably just a good idea if I leave anomaly mode on at all times. Just an extra element of randomization to make the runs individual from one another. All spells cost 2 less. Alright. I mean, I get to choose my class after I get the anomaly, but I should still probably take Hunter because I haven't done them yet. Steady shot. Beast within. Don't really get any options here. Okay, so this is just going to be kind of like a small counter, effectively.
Wearing the dead lady banker, she is always switching cards.
That's probably not going to matter too much. The basis of our deck at this point seems to be a couple traps and then just aggression and beasts. Very basic Hunter. I have to imagine one of the others is going to be probably Mech, one of the others is probably going to be Death Rattle for the archetypes.
Another busy day. Next in line.
All spells cost 2 less is pretty good for traps. So we might want to go into the trap archetype. Although we don't really need the same support that traps typically do. I should have rushed that in, obviously. We don't need the same sort of support that trap decks typically do, in that we don't need things like the Cloaked Huntress that lowers the cost of secrets because they're already free for us.
Aim for the left. Shoot.
You'll have to get back in line for this. Sorry.
Okay, this is all fine. I probably don't want to give the enemy the Iron Fur Grizzly here, so I probably don't want to play Lynx and Arcane Shot. So I'll go for this. I mean, I can get the 2 coins in the hand, but then I can't really do anything with them right now. Whereas I'm threatening lethal next turn just with the bop and the hero power.
Filled out form 489C.
Easy. So it looks like the heroic difficulty hasn't started yet.
Oh, no.
It does say heroic in the top left. And I have faked myself out previously in a solo adventure where I accidentally queued up against the non-heroic version of boss and congratulated myself very, very hard for a victory that didn't matter at all. Your spells cost health instead of mana. Your spells cost health instead of mana. So we can be really aggressive with that. And I have to imagine that they still cost 2 mana less, right? So we just take less health damage. But that doesn't seem as valuable. Elixir of Vim, you draw an additional 2 cards a turn, you're immune to fatigue. Seems really good for an aggressive deck, especially an aggressive deck that wants to play a lot of very low-cost secrets, right? So we have the lower the cost of things as well as increase your draw power. We have 2 things that we definitely want with one another. Unfortunately, we're not getting support for it in the build so far. We find none of them. Yeah, absolutely none of these are spells, just minions. Okay, so the individually worst is probably just the Death Rattle build, just because that Seeping Oozling pulls what? Leper Gnome, Carnivorous Cube, which does nothing. That's it. And the Carnivorous Cube, what is it gonna even want to hit in this deck? There's no natural targets for it. So Fungalmancer, Lotheb, and Bone Mare, all whilst being Battlecry minions, are also particularly good for aggression. Fungalmancer, obviously, with the buff on the other minions. Same for the Bone Mare. But Lotheb helps you lock out your enemy from an extra turn where you might suspect that they're about to board clear you, because typically the board clear comes with a spell. So you just lock them out of doing that for a turn and push for lethal. But other than that, I mean, Rush, Spark Drill isn't a good card. Vicious Scalehide is fine. Houndmaster Shore is really good. It just has to be Battlecry. It's just the individually strongest pack there. Carousel Gargoyle. This is going to be a bit of a problem. Although, maybe we have the best solution to it, being the hunter. Just pop them in the face, constantly. Tick the hero power every single turn.
A carousel?
If nothing else, it'll help me unlock the other archetypes for hunter.
Griffin gives splinters.
Alright, unique interactions between Old Barkeye and the Griffin. I'm entirely broadly unfamiliar with Warcraft, so I have no idea from whence that interaction comes. Whether it's like anything in particular, like this guy is from the town that the carousel is in. Maybe this is part of the scenery. Probably for like a seasonal event, I'd have to guess. That's a lot of secrets. Oh, wait, no, I think the Carousel Griffin does just get our deck, do you not? Well, I don't. Surely I don't do anything but hero power and go for the face, right?
Cards is almost used up. I got too much stuff.
I got too much stuff. Let's get that out of the hand. As long as it doesn't trigger a... What was it called? Cat trick? Yeah, it was called cat trick.
My cards is gone.
My cards is gone. I mean, if I don't have any minions on board, they still do get rotated to me, so I want to sack one of my minions against one of my opponent's minions. But it happens at the end of their turn, the board swap. I mean, I don't want to trigger any of the secrets either, right? Maybe I just want to clear the board as best I can. It seems a good idea. So next turn it rotates, the enemy gets the 2-4, the 1-1, and I have a 0-3. Or I just sack this minion.
Job's done.
Triggering freezing trap, that's fine. As long as it doesn't go for snake trap, which is almost certainly will. No? Neat.
Double time and double pay.
It's gonna help me push for lethal, much appreciated. Rotate a minion back around to me. Okay. Fungalmancer, attack.
Job's done.
It's fine. It's also fine. Great.
Floor like a
Now, no matter what happens, I'll have a threat on the board to kill the enemy next turn with the supplement of my hero power. Okay. That could be a problem.
Try harder, man.
Wait, no, it can't. I have the bow. I probably had lethal last turn. We have lethal this turn at the very least. Heroic is making no difference so far. I suspect it will probably just be the hero powers of the later bosses that are primarily changed. Again, only one spell. Dire Frenzy is not a bad spell though. Oh no, second spell in Infest. Death Rattle support for a Death Rattle deck that we can't really make work. Like, there's a lot of things that work if you have good Death Rattle cards in your deck. The Seeping Oozling, the Carnivorous Cube, the Spirit Sarah Umbra, the Corpse Widow, all of them really good if you have other good Death Rattle minions that you're trying to play and get value from. We don't have those. So to take these and then hope that we get those later would put me in a very inflexible position later. Crackling Maw, King's Elec, Katharina, these are all just good cards. Katharina does have the problem of possibly pulling beasts that we don't want to pull in this deck. Like, yeah, Cave Hydra, Spring Paw, especially Spring Paw being extremely low cost. Maybe we go for the more aggressive build. The more aggressive build would be Dire Frenzy, right? Because I have so much draw power in this deck that I will get to my extremely powerful beasts really, really soon. If this is the only minion on the battlefield, game +3/+2. That's unlikely to happen often at all. So, Avilo, the cooking trainer, I think previously healed for 3 anytime they cast a spell. So we'll see what they get this time.
Versus a willow.
Because this time, at the very least, I can directly compare. Because I already know the previous one was not on auto cast, but it's a passive.
Tasty meat. This on for you, dog boy.
Oh. That's some salty language there, friend. I'm afraid I am going to have to kill you for it. Let me check the power. 5. Okay, yeah, so it's just increasing the numbers across the board. Can I stop getting the worst every time? A Dire Frenzied Leok, though. A 4/6 for 3 mana. Your other minions have +1 attack. That's pretty damn good. We'll do that. Then we'll attack. Getting the 2 coins into our hand. I'm fine with this, especially because the enemy is very likely to use these coins early. Right, and I'm drawing 3 cards a turn now, so this is fine. But the enemy is very likely to use their coins relatively early, which means they're not going to be a benefit from the feast.
I can't help myself.
As long as I pop that early.
Couldn't eat another bite.
Neat.
Well, oh man, I'm stuffed.
Yeah. I was really hoping it was going to be Spring Ball plus Arcane Shot for kill there. Maybe it's just Leok plus Explosive plus Arcane Shot for the kill. That was really dumb.
It's playtime.
Heroic, my butt. Yep, that's lethal. Tip to toe, that's a lethal. So some of the very late game bosses had extremely powerful hero powers. Those in Heroic are going to be a concern. I feel.
Untold splendor is random. Otherwise, it'd be told.
Master Scheme is obviously really good, but the draw card effect is still the problem because of the Elixir of Vim. Murgatha, with the amount of low-cost cards we have in the deck, we can do the same thing that we did last episode with the Shaman deck, which was just play a bunch of low-cost spells after you play Murgatha to lock your opponent out of a turn and be really aggressive. Untold Splendor does get us 5 random treasures, and we do draw a lot of cards. So Untold Splendor is also another very high consideration here. A lot of the treasures tend to be spells rather than minions. Not all of them, but a lot of them do tend to be spells. I think Murgatha's more aggressive. Yeah, it's too much more aggressive to pass up, I feel. Again, like, Unleash the Beast, a 4 mana 5/5 Wyvern with Rush, and you get it again afterwards, is good. It's really good, but we have enough draw power that Twin Spell isn't a mechanic we really want to be working with at this point in time. For that same reason, by the way, the Battlecry build is not that great. The Stonehill Defender gives me a card in my hand. Stitch Defender gives me a card in my hand. King's Relic possibly gives me a card in my hand. The Death Rattle build is awful as well, though. So I think I just take the lower cost minions and the Battlecry minions.
Oh, such niceness. Keeping in open during hostile occupation.
Here's hoping that I get all of those on my side of the board, the minions that I just drafted, and then I get to immediately remove them from my deck using the Dismiss option. Alright. Mindflow Grizzly, Stitch Tracker, Scavenger Canina, King's Relic. There's 2 here that I do want to remove. Choose your friendly minion, remove it from your adventure deck. Great. King's Relic has a more aggressive stat line, but it's also probably not going to draw the minion, but I also don't really want it to draw the minions. Give a friendly minion +2/+2 for this run. That feels like it's best served by being put on the Scavenger Canina so that we can keep it alive longer. Choose an enemy minion, put it into your adventure deck. Spider Bomb, Kel'Thuzad, Sylvanas, or Carrion. I don't think there's anything in particular dragging me in a direction for any of those.
I've heard this story before. It's a good one. Get him out of here.
Like, Kel'Thuzad is good in the late game, Maybe I do want occasional good in the late game cards, but I have a couple of occasional good in the late game cards, right? I had to draft them at the very start. Fungalmancer, Bone Ma, and Lotheb. Well, I guess that does mean we're a little light on late game. Fine, I'll take the Kel'Thuzad. Kel'Thuzad's also a really good idea just because the AI very poorly plays around Kel'Thuzad. If you're not familiar with the AI playing very, very poorly around Kel'Thuzad, I would check the end of the last episode in this series. Playlist in the description down below. Always. That was a giant whoopsie on the part of the AI, due entirely to the fact that I had Kel'Thuzad on board and they didn't want to give me value, so instead they gave me lethal. A bold move. That Scavenging Hyena is apparently not the one with the +2/+2 on it. I'm going to keep this because this also isn't showing that it's 2 cost. So, is this affected now? No? Okay, yeah, that's just a 2/2. Damn. Okay, so Murgatha, as well as the 2 coins that we get from the Cache of Cash. Cache of Cash. It's Cache. It's pronounced differently in different parts of the world, dang it. People tell me it's Cache of Cash. I can get 2 minions out of hand right now. I want to use Murgatha and then use the 2 coins afterwards, but that means I overdraw by 1 this turn intentionally. Fine. Fine. Whew. As long as that wasn't a way for the enemy to kill the minion on board so that I overdraw by way too much. Okay, so Portal Party, by the way, is now only costing 1, whereas previously it cost 2. Thankfully, the enemy freezing this minion actually doesn't stop me at all. Murgatha, Arcane Shot. Coin. Unfortunately, Murgatha is not a beast, so I can't do the Dire Frenzy on that. Job's done. Enemy gets completely locked out of this turn. Well, okay, fine. Their spells do cost less, I suppose. Let's Houndmaster Explosive Trap this turn, so the enemy has only 2 mana. 3 mana, 4 mana, sorry, they also have the other one. I don't know what board clear they have for that. Oh, Moonblade is actually pretty good. Ooh. I might not be prepared.
I got too much stuff.
I thought I was prepared, but I'm starting to consider the possibility I might not have been prepared. 11, 14, 16, 19. I can get 19 damage in this turn. No. No, I should go for removal. It's just safer. There's no double cast on or anything like that. And the enemy also doesn't have any of their precious spell damage minions out. That's unique, actually, about this deck. The enemy isn't playing bad minions. It's possible their deck, like their actual deck archetype, has changed as well. In the transition to heroic. I have to imagine occasionally we'll also just turn up against a card that is ridiculous in heroic that wasn't in normal. Because not every boss's difficulty is defined by its hero power. Rapid Fire is pretty great here. Varissa for Thoradal, the Star's Fury. Thoradol the Star's Fury is if you've attacked this turn, gain +2 spell damage or something like that. Unleash the Beast has the same problems I mentioned last time. Battlecry is actually now a more aggressive build as well, with the same Fungal Bounce of Bone Maw we mentioned before. Emrys, we always do have a large handful of minions, so Emrys is a really good buff for those. But also very, very difficult for us to play. Emrys does make our minions ridiculous, though. And we do have time in Heroic, oftentimes, to play Emrys. Sorry, in Solo Adventures, to play Emrys. How many times are we getting to turn 10, actually? We haven't gotten to turn 10 this entire time. Take the battle cry off.
Make Orc pay for yield curve inversion of bond market.
Like, I know that we haven't gotten to turn 10 only over the course of these 3 matches, but this deck ideally doesn't go that late.
Versus Banker Pigs.
Okay, so this is actually someone I haven't seen before.
Lock, stop, and loaded. Sorry, this one's not for sale.
I hope this isn't just like RNG heavy. Bad mulligan. Alright. Show me the hero power. Ooh, Murgatha, good pickup early. Invest. Give a random minion for... Sorry, return a random minion to your hand, then give it 4/4 and copy it. A friendly minion. Exclusively a friendly minion.
People come to me when they want to start really making money.
The enemy putting the cache of cash back in cache of cash. The enemy putting this card, the treasure, back into their hand. It's not too big of a problem, is it? It's just I can't remove both of these minions from the board this turn.
Gots to.
Alright, fine. We'll just kill the town crier. +1/+1. Great. So I still want the cache of cache of cash. Sorry. You know what? Cache of cache. We're gonna go with that from now on. I do want the cache of cache to blow up, and I want the coins from it, but I want the coins from it for Murgatha in particular.
I got too much stuff.
Explosive Trap is not what I wanted to lose there. Alright, we're overdrawing a hell of a lot. This is not good. Extremely high cost hands. Yeah.
I got too much stuff.
Okay. Let's do some Dar Frenzy. Actually, if I Dar Frenzy you, you live through the attack, so that's a better idea. Then trade 2 of them.
They can't all be winners.
Getting me only 1 coin because I'm an idiot.
Oh, will you be putting that into savings then?
Not at the moment, thank you very much. Just put it in the account marked 5681 234. Can I not draw from this, please? Thank you.
Give me target! Give me target!
Oh, right, of course, Rush Minion. Return it to your hand right now? No, ooh, you just emptied out your hand. The tech decision. Wild. Okay, let's go Animal Companion. Now we go really aggressive, by the way. Animal Companion. I'm gonna adapt this, hopefully getting Wind Fury. We got Wind Fury. Adapt this, hopefully getting Attack. Attack. So then I can trade my Elec across. Get 2 coins, just play those 2 coins to get the steady shot out. The reason for this is exclusively to block the enemy's mana crystals. So 1 energy by themselves. There's nothing they can do at this point. Beautiful. Locked him out of the game. Lovely. We still haven't gotten really off the early Scavenging Hyena build that I really wanted to go. It'll happen eventually. I'm hoping that we have a turn that's eventually like Scavenging Hyena, Deadly Frenzy on the pre-buffed Scavenging Hyena, so I just have 2 mana 7/7s in my deck, drawing them like wild. Elixir of Vile, no, we've seen that before already. At the start of your game, shovel 10 Scrolls of Wonder into the deck. That seems awful. But it seems fun. Faithful Lumi, Metal Tooth, no, okay, yeah, that's not great. King's Elix, Stitch, again, not great. Kill Command, Headhunter's Hatchet, yeah, actually kind of relevant. Sure, Stable Master, yeah, no, all of those are pretty damn relevant to our deck at this point. We actually have to do like a strong beast theming.
During hostile occupation.
A weirdly large amount of that strong beast theming is due to the fact that the Dire Frenzy can only be hit on a beast and creates 3 extra copies of that beast. That's a bone man.
All are welcome. Just don't cause any trouble.
Dismiss only 1. Add all enemies. Again, like Cloaked Huntress, if I was doing a secret build, I wouldn't need Cloaked Huntress. That said, the Elite Tauren Chieftain gives both players a rock card, and then each of us gets to play ours for 2 less because they're all spells. But mine is going to come out first, so maybe I want to consider that. Gang's all here. Choose a friendly minion, add 3 new copies of it to your deck. We probably do that with Murgatha here. Look at 4 spells in your deck, reduce the cost of 1 by 3 for this run. Yeah. Choose a friendly minion. It costs +4/+4, but it costs 2 more for this run. We don't want to do that with any of these. We want these out as early as we can possibly get them. So Gang's all here on Murgatha. Right? I may want to get Bone Mare out of the deck just because it's really late. Like 8 mana late. Yeah. So we'll dismiss Bone Mare. We'll get 3 new copies of Murgatha. And then go for the upper hand. Hopefully we find something that's... Yeah, I mean, multi-shot now costs 0. It's fine. 4 copies of Murgatha, as well as the fact that we have the Cache of Kaish out on the board so that we can get those coins. And those coins not only being cards themselves, but also enabling me to play another card afterwards.
I told him it was last time. This time, one too many.
Whenever a stealthed minion is summoned, give it +2 attack. We have no stealth minion in our entire deck. Is stealth a problem for us? So other than the trap that we have, explosive trap and multi-shot, we don't really have the ability to deal damage to stealth minions.
Versus Nulls.
I feel like we are gonna have to lock the enemy out of this game with something along the lines of... Ooh, that's a good overview. With something along the lines of Murgatha early. Come on, and... Ooh, yeah. 10 Scrolls of Wonder in the deck as well. Oh, this is gonna be a lovely random time. This is gonna be terrible. Crackman, raise more. A Scroll of Wonder. First one goes up. 3 damage to a character and freeze it. Neat. Just hit the enemy. That one went down well.
Job done.
I probably didn't need to play the trap that turn, actually. That was actually probably a bad idea. I was worried because I still didn't have control of my minion. I kind of want to give Leok the Death Rattle buff. Oh, I do have my better Scavenging Hyena in my hand as well. Beautiful. Can't play that right now, though. Because obviously it just dies to the Worgen Infiltrator coming out of stealth. It just dies to that Worgen Infiltrator coming out of its cage. It'll be doing just fine. +3 attack, I guess. Okay, so I can kill the Cache of Cache here this turn. But then what do I do with the mana? Nothing, right? I think I attack the face then, because I'm still waiting for Murgatha before I even want the coins.
Didn't sign up for this.
Oh! I'm gonna overdraw. No, I'm not gonna overdraw. Cache of Cache is not on 1 HP. Hell yeah. All right, there's our Murgatha. We've got this. So it's Murgatha. I have 2 spaces in hand. I'm occasionally checking that now. Hoorah! Alright, so the enemy is already locked out of their turn at this point. I suspect I probably play the unbuffed Scavenging Hyena so that the enemy doesn't think it's a threat as much. It's possible here that they kill Leok instead. If not likely. Well, they might try, actually. Whew. So I need to play 5 cards this upcoming turn. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Don't you dare board clear me. I still don't have control of my own characters. Oh. Summoned my beast that died this turn. The none of them that did. So that's 4 mana overloaded on the enemy. I only have 1 other weapon in the deck. I'm not gonna worry about popping out this extra charge right now just in case I draw my weapon immediately next turn.
I got too much stuff.
That'll get it done. I gotta say, Murgatha really helps hold down aggressive decks. I didn't think they would work too well because they didn't work too well in Monster Hunt and Dungeon Realm. But they can really pull their weight with that card in particular. Okay, so Malagos is obviously hilarious just for casting all of our spells immediately thereafter. It's very high cost itself. Vicious Fledgling, I mean, this whole beast synergy, like low-key, kind of low-cost beast synergy is pretty good. And we don't want the Death Rattle builds either. Anari Duskgrove summons 2/2/2 Treants with Taunt. That is going to be hard to overcome. So previously it was just the 1. But, God, that's powerfully defensive. Alright. We'll see how this one goes. I'm a little terrified that this is our last game on the map.
I guess we will have to do it ourselves.
So, fine opening hand. That said, I do feel occasionally like I should just be hard mulliganing for Murgatha, but I do have 4 Murgathas in the deck. But I also have 10 Scrolls of Wonder in there as well. Okay, so that's the unbuffed Scavenging Hyena. Let's get that Animal Companion. And we will hold off on the Explosive Trap. Also, I think Explosive Trap, we want to save until the exact right time with Summon Protectors out here. Whew, thank you for not going for the buff. Cave Hydro is a really good card right now as well. Don't. Oh! Yes! Oh my god, what a turn! Alright. Just get those cards out of my hand. Free up some space.
You can knock them down, but they will be back.
I don't doubt it. This Cave Hydra getting very large is incredibly important too. Oh my god, we're returning good minions to our hand. I mean, not that we really need our hand. You know, still, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, so it'll be Murgatha, get a kill command over here. This is to lock the enemy out of energy this turn. Okay, and then double coin, drop a scavenging, and then I'll even double trade off. I'm very hopeful for some reason they decide to attack face. Just like hero power attack face. It kind of still felt likely they might have done that. Oh, Salt of the Forest now.
I got too much stuff.
Alright. Trog and Cave Hydra. Cave Hydra going to be real good at helping us with that board clear. Also damages the minions next to whomever this attacks. Being the modifier in particular there that we're interested in.
I got too much.
Okay, this is great. So we'll go Murgatha, Leok? Yeah. Murgatha, Leok, you attack there, then we multi-shot for the full clear. Attack face. So now the enemy can't go for the second twin spell. Oh, no, they can. They have the coin. Damn it. They can go for the second twin spell this turn. But that's all they can go for. Mulch Muncher. Mulch. No! Cave Hydra! No! That's just mean. It cast a shifting scroll, so it did nothing. Beautiful. Okay. So I can't get a Kel'Thuzad out there, unfortunately. Desperately, unfortunately. So Spring Paw plus the Arcane Shot plus the other links kills one of the... actually, no. Spring Paw plus Spring Paw plus Fungal Mancer kills each of the Mulch Munchers. And I suspect our final one should still go face here. Given what the enemy's already been doing, I suspect they'll trade. Oh wow, no.
We shall block your path.
Would have thought that would have been in a different order there, but...
What shall we hunt?
Kind of just want to drop Kel'Thuzad and go for attacks here. Do I have much better trades if I don't do that?
Got to.
So you're not a beast, you are, you aren't. So I can only even buff one of you. I also suspect that, like, after this turn, the enemy runs me over. So if I don't Kel'Thuzad trade this turn, I don't think I get any value out of Kel'Thuzad. This is...
Get through us.
This is as rough as I expected, unfortunately. Also, all 4 of our Murgathas are gone now as well. Blessings of the Ancients being twin spell as well as lower cost from that.
My protectors brought some friends.
Yeah, all spells costing 2 less has made this enemy in particular terrifying. Alright. What can I do? What can I do? Probably just empty out as much of my hand as is possible, I think. It's like the only thing that I'm even capable of doing. I need to draw into Scrolls of Wonder and have those have board clear effects on them or something like that. I think I'm gonna go King's Elec. Hopefully he doesn't draw a card. Just playing this so that I can target my Dire Frenzy. There's another Mulch Muncher in there. That's really harsh. Okay. Play Lotheb here as well, and then just triple attack, I guess. This is awful. I know I have the explosive on board, but I don't think I can... Oh my... Yeah, I don't think I could have relied on just tapping the enemies and hoping that that knocked them down. Turns out I think I was correct with that assessment as well. Alright, well, we did end up getting the Elix back, I guess. Okay, so how do I clear a board full of 7/7s and such? Well, Wind Fury is good. Headhunter's Hatchet is pretty good as well. Houndmaster makes this a kill on 2 larger minions as well. King's Elec just generates another biggie. Neat. Yeah, that's a pretty good turn now. Unfortunately, 15 damage coming into the face without any hand buffs.
The Earth Mother was busy.
Please stop buffing your minions. My health pool can't take it. That minion's not active. You... That's really annoying. I needed to trade that. The only possibly successful turn here involves playing Murgathor and 2 taunts. Just a better stat line in this position. Yeah, I'm just dead. Pretty much. Oh, no, definitely. Yeah, 3-4 across. Okay, how else could I have played that? Instead of playing Murgathor, play the Evil Heckler. So that is play, instead of Murgathor, the Stonehill Defender first. Have it get me a taunt minion, play that taunt minion. That actually could have helped to stabilize there. I'm really sad I didn't do that. I was scared that the opponent was going to hand buff after that because they had still a really powerful board. So I felt that my best way around that was to lock them out of playing as much hand buff, but that probably wasn't going to be achieved when they were on 10 energy with 2 mana crystals locked. So the better move there was definitely don't play Murgathor, play the Stonehill Defender, hope for a low-cost, high-health taunt, probably play Sen'jin after that, although Evil Heckler does line up better against the opponent's board at that point in time. Yeah, play the Evil Heckler. I would have survived another turn, possibly would have won the fight. I still think we would have had trouble, though, because we were almost out of a deck and did not really have anything that we were doing. Damn it! I think I actually threw there as well. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been... Well, that didn't work. Hopefully, you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.